Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use, tips the balance in favor of fair use. Forced confessions. An intimate aspect of the ideological re-exposure therefore involved RPF inmates repeatedly confessing to alleged sins, crimes, and evil intentions. According to Monica Pignotti, these forced confessions took two forms. First, while on the e-meter, they had prepared lists that they called security checks, where they would ask you all kinds of questions on every possible thing a person, like a child, could have done wrong. Any possible thing you could think of in your life or against the organization. Have you ever stolen anything? Have you ever had any unkind thoughts about L. Ron Hubbard? About Mary Sue Hubbard? About Scientology? Have you ever committed murder? Just a whole list where anything might read on the e-meter. And the auditor would say, "What are you thinking of right now?" And you would have to answer the question until the meter didn't read anymore. The other day that they did a lot was repetitive commands. What have you done? What have you withheld? What have you done? What have you... It was said over and over and over. That's the MK Ultra. People confess to all manner of crimes, including ones allegedly from past lives. In essence, Scientology's supposedly religious tool, the e-meter, became the functional equivalent of a secular lie detector. An important practical distinction between auditing and sect checking is that Scientology does not consider information revealed in sect checks to be confidential material, as auditing information is supposed to be. Consequently, RPF inmates likely realize that this information could be used against them at some future time. At least two people, however, who had been through the RPF stated that people on or associated with the RPF were in fact culling people's auditing or PC or pre-clear files for crimes that people had to address, except they don't care about the men that are sexually assaulting children. They don't care about that, just so everyone knows. Sect checking could and often did become very intense and unnerving before high-ranking Scientology leaders sent Stacy Young to the RPF. They subjected her to what is called a gang-bang sect check. Who comes up with that kind of name, you guys? Who comes up with that kind of name? Involving two or more people angrily and quickly firing questions at someone in an attempt to break down the person emotionally. Two very large, strong men locked me in a room and interrogated me for hours. You know, those men love to take advantage of petite women or women that are not as strong as they are. Locked me in a room and interrogated me for hours. During the interrogation, they screamed and swore at me. Kind of like how Rinder screamed at Nora. Remember Nora? I shared that during the Aftermath show. They accused me of all sorts of crimes against Scientology. They demanded that I confess to being an enemy agent. Julie Mayo appears to have experienced gangbang sect checks. But after she already was in the RPF program, RPF staff pulled in Julie and 15 other people late one night and sat her opposite from the three who faced me. I was told that unless I confessed to working for the IRS, the FBI, not that the FBI does anything, the FBI or other government agency, I was going to A, be sent to jail, B, lose my eternity. C. Be banned from Scientology technology lines forever. When I said that I didn't work for a government agency, I was told that they might go lighter on me if I confessed to supplying a person with a mailing list. I said that I hadn't done that either, so I was told to go think about it and write my confession. Presumably, her husband David also went through similar grillings, since he indicated that I was often awakened during the night and interrogated. I'm waiting for any of these people to talk about the children.